Love to Live Healthy show, I'm Josephine Fitzpatrick, author of Cheat Day Rules, available on Amazon. I'm a weight loss nutrition specialist for over 15 years, and I work with thousands of clients all over the world. I own Innovation Healthy Market at 8025 Jericho Turnpike, Woodbury, New York, where for the last 12 years we sell hundreds of prepared meals and snacks. We are open to the public 7 days a week. You do not have to be a client to shop in our store. We have customers from all over Long Island visit our store every day, and we ship tri-state. We also offer free Long Island delivery every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we hand deliver to New York City every Tuesday. We are on Uber Eats 7 days a week. If you are looking to lose weight or just eat healthy, come visit our store. Everything is made fresh daily, and we carry everything from high-protein, low-carb, gluten-free, sugar-free, plant-based, vegan, keto, and our famous detox. If you are looking to lose weight or detox, we offer free menus on the counter, and someone is always available to help you at the store. They will hold your hand to get you the help you want or need, and do not hesitate to ask when you walk in. We also offer our Love to Live Healthy podcast, where we post weekly podcasts about everything you need to know to stay healthy and lose weight. For more information on our store, deliveries, shopping, and weight loss, visit our website, innovationhealthymarket.com, or check out our Instagram at Innovation Weight Loss. Today I'm here with Jake Fitzpatrick. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning.
Today's topic is how to stay motivated to exercise when it's cold outside.
This is a fun one.
Yeah, because who wants to go outside when it's nice and cozy in the house?
Well, it's fun because I'm going to say a bunch of stuff, but I'm not actually going to practice it. So it's like,
That's not good.
I know. I mean, like, it's hard for everybody. So I'm not
Yes.
saying all of this thinking that, I'm an expert at going out in the freezing cold.
Right.
But this one's better for you, to be honest, because my hardest part is running out to the car freezing.
Right,
so that I can drive to the gym.
I do. I run in this weather all the time.
Running into the gym in the freezing cold.
But, okay, so that's a good point because I do run outside. But, with this weather, it's been absolutely crazy with the wind. I literally get blown off my feet.
Yep.
But what I will say is, what about just motivated to exercise because it's cold outside? So, you don't even want to leave the house to go to the gym. So, just to give you an idea, this week's Healthy Tips, I gave these 3 tips. Always have your workout gear in the car. Whether you work out in the morning or after work, you'll be ready to go with no excuses, because once you get home, you don't want to leave the house.
Yep.
Plan to meet a friend at the gym or at an exercise class, so you're more obligated to go, which was so funny because the host this morning, she goes, "Oh, now you want somebody else to go to?" But I was like, okay, hire a trainer then. And tip number 3, one that I love and I have been doing myself, is I have been trying something new every week along with my running routine, because I feel like it's motivating and it's exciting. So like last week I did the new in our shopping center in Woodbury, we have a new hot yoga. It's called Here Hot Yoga, and they did a pop-up and it was so fun. I absolutely loved it. So that I can't wait until she opens in February, but I do want to keep trying those classes. And also on top of that, I did Orange Theory yesterday, which I was very proud of myself. Because I am a runner, and part of my New Year's resolution is to lift weights, incorporate weights. So it's not easy for me because running, I could just go out there and run 8 miles. It's never even a thought. It could be freezing. It could be hot. It doesn't matter. I love it. I do it more for mental, but weights, oh my gosh. It's struggle.
Same with me. It's obviously more of a mental thing for me, and it's almost therapeutic in a way. But I love your tips, though. I honestly, the thing that I was thinking about it while you were talking, and I was thinking the same things. But I mean, there's so much you can do. I mean, I need to practice that more too, like keeping my gear in my car and having a change of clothes at work, so then you can just change at work and shorten the travel in the cold.
Exactly.
At least. If you're
Bring
going
your
to
blender.
the gym. Yeah. I'd be the most annoying person at the gym if I did that. Yeah. But no, I mean, I was thinking about it while you were talking, and some tips, that I was thinking of is, if you're at home and you are on your way to the gym, maybe start your workout at home. Do a few sets of like jumping jacks, planks, push-ups, whatever you need to do, wall squats, anything, just to get your blood flowing. You know, so then when you at least walk out into the cold, it's almost refreshing more than freezing.
Right.
And if you have access to it, the one thing that I always did was I would always just take a super hot shower before I leave.
Smart.
Or take an ice cold shower.
Well,
you know,
I do that. I put my running clothes in the dryer, and then
yeah,
I put
that's
them
smart.
on,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
smart.
I go out.
Yeah, I usually take a ice cold shower for about 2 minutes before I do it, just because like the cold plunge therapy is great for you too.
Right.
But I'd like to do that, so then when you walk outside, it's almost numbing.
Yeah,
So then you don't actually feel the cold. But yeah, like you said though too, like just remote start the car too. you know? So
exactly.
You do, if you have that.
I don't think it's so much as feeling the cold when you work out. I think it's the mentality of I'm going to leave this blanket. It's keeping me so warm.
Yeah.
Or this hot cup of hot cocoa, and I'm going to go outside and go to the gym and be in pain.
Yeah. Or when you have a mom that tells you should stay home tonight. Because
that wouldn't be me.
But yeah, I mean, while you were talking though, another tip that I was thinking of was like what you said. You can do the buddy system, like have a friend or a family member or your significant other, drag them with you. Because you don't. The worst
that would
thing
be a challenge on my part.
I know. Well, the worst thing is walking out the door and looking back and seeing the other person on the couch where you want to be.
Yeah.
And thinking, okay, am I really leaving in the dark right now to go and do this? But
that's true.
If you have a family member or friend that, it also can be motivating to them, but also keeping you feeling obligated. Like you said,
I think that's a big
you
thing.
almost need to force yourself to have like some sort of like contractual obligation just to force yourself into going. Because after you get over that hump of like forcing it, then you'll find like actually a passion and a love for it.
Right.
Because
absolutely.
Then you'll have days
and
where,
you always, no matter what you do afterwards, you're going to be so happy you did it.
Yeah.
You're going to be so happy you didn't stay home. You're going to be so happy you didn't stay on the couch. You're going to be so happy that you went and you followed through with what you wanted to do,
Yeah, yeah.
I think another good tip is convenience. I only know this because it's just happening to me now because, like, I have the hot yoga in my shopping center. So in my head, I'm that's it's simple. She's got showers. I can literally go from work, go there, come home, come back to the office. And then even Orange Theory is right up the block. Yeah. So, like, I was like, okay, on great days, I can run there, do the class, run home. And then when it's really bad out, like it was last night, I drove, But there's no excuse in my head. I'm like, it's right up the block. That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't I go?
Yeah. No, yeah. And then the old saying, too, is it's never too cold outside. You're just underdressed.
True. So, I love that. I love that. Yeah. I can't even believe you just said that. Because so many people say to me all the time, they're like, oh, well, I really would walk, but it's freezing out. I'm like, they make clothes for every season.
Well, because there's times, too, where I literally would see you walk out of the house and you're bundled up, head to toe. And then 5 minutes goes by and I see you come home and you're like taking a layer off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? It's freezing outside. And you're like, oh, I started running and I actually heated up. Because when I went for a run that one time, I was like, no, I'm not wearing gloves. So then I went outside and I was running with my hands in my front pocket because I was like, oh my God, I'm totally fine right now, but my hands are freezing.
Yeah.
And by the time I got home, it was almost like I had hot sweats.
Yeah.
Because
it's true.
And I was like, wow, my hands are actually fine now.
And this is a little tip for people who do run or are trying to run and it's cold. If you wear mittens, not that you wear mittens, but
this is for other people, not for me.
it really helps because your hands heat each other in the mitten.
Oh, cool. Good tip.
I just visioned you with mittens.
Yeah. I'm not wearing mittens ever, but yeah. But another funny thing that I came up with was actually I don't know if this is just me, but you ever hear like the term like a pump cover?
No.
At the gym, like people wear like baggy clothes because they're trying to because obviously during the summertime everybody's got their shirts off and stuff and they're pumped up from the gym and stuff. But like I almost try to play like a mental game with myself, like wear overly baggy clothes, wear like oversized stuff like hoodies and stuff like that. To the gym because you almost think of your body as like a work of art because like you're working on it for the entire winter.
Mm-hmm.
And as time goes by, it's like, okay, like I can't wait for summer because like I'm going to unveil this to the
Oh,
world.
I love that.
You know, it's like,
yeah.
so like nobody knows what you're cooking up under there,
Yeah,
you know? And it's like,
that's awesome.
you know, like you wear the same oversized clothes to the gym all the time. And like people don't know, like they almost get like, oh, like why doesn't he take his sweatshirt off or something?
Yes,
I'm like
right.
in the sauna wearing it, like go home. And then by the time summer comes around, it's like you finally have worked so hard on this that you can finally,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's funny, but it's
That's
like,
a great. No, it
yeah.
actually, I even think of like the clients because that happens to them a lot because they'll lose weight all winter. They really, the consistent clients, like, you know, that really work hard, and even if it's a pound a week, but they're, you know, 30 pounds, 40 pounds down by the time June comes. But the whole winter they had big, bulky jackets on.
Yep.
And then they take their jackets off in like, you know,
Yep.
March, or they start wearing like smaller clothes and
Yeah.
everyone's like, when did you lose that? They're
Yeah.
like, 6 months ago.
Or
you
even
know?
when they wear clothes, like when they tell you that they haven't fit in like, you know, a year or two.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's like people are like, oh, where'd you get that shirt from? Oh,
Yeah.
I always had it, but now I can wear it.
Now it fits. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You
exactly.
go shopping in your own closet.
That's smart. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could do that. But yeah. But
Yeah, that's you know, I think when it comes to workouts, you just got to figure out what is holding you back when in the winter months. What will make you not want to go to the gym? What will make you not want to go out for a run? You know, you have to figure out what is going to hold you back so this way you can almost fix that.
almost combat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you need it's like we talked about before, like with the habits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to figure out what's helping me, what's hurting me,
Right.
what's setting me back, what is holding me back, you know. And it's little things that you can conquer over time. Like, you know, one thing that I know I need to do is, you know, like instead of having a soda, you know, swap it out for water. If you can't do water because you need more of a taste, throw a lemon in it. If you can't, you know,
Smart,
you have sugar-free sweeteners too. You know, if you are a big soda like person, you know, swap it out for, if you have 2 sodas a day, swap one out for a diet.
Right.
You know, little steps like that.
Right, yeah.
And, you know, during the winter time, it's always easier to stay inside and have a nice big meal and, you know, just find any way possible to stay on the couch and stay warm. But
because you have to remember too, we're getting less late in the winter, and that affects so many people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I do think that, you know, when you were saying before, even with the habits, I think that we have to figure out, like, well, if you know that going home is going to make you possibly not go to the gym, don't do that. You know, change that. I'm not talking about you, but
I was going to say, yeah, I feel like this is
you
targeted.
see your bed and you're like,
Yeah, I'm like, walk in, candles lit. I'm like, the air is comfy. Yeah. But no, it all goes back to being mentally strong too, you know, because it's
100%.
Because I almost want to go home. So then I look at that and then I look at my comfy house and I'm like, no, I need to get out.
Yeah.
Like you almost should, because then you're almost avoiding the problem if you keep your clothes in your car. You know, you need to like almost go head first into it and like teach yourself how to be mentally strong. You know, go home, open the fridge, grab the water instead of the soda. It's right there.
Yeah.
Grab one over the other, you know. But it's like you said, that's a very important thing to touch on, because, you know, when people bring up the idea of change at all, people get very intimidated, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's intimidating. You know, no one likes change. Everyone thinks they like change, but they don't. You know, when it happens, it's scary, you know. But I will say this. I think that if you want to work out and it's cold out, like you said before, if you're actually going to be outside, then make sure you're dressed properly, because that's going to make all the difference in you going out again or not, you know, having shorten your run or your workout, you know.
If you have a bad first experience.
Yeah, it's exactly. You're going to be like, okay,
again,
I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same thing with the gym, you know, like maybe wear something bigger and maybe that'll make you feel better later on, you know.
Yeah.
You do. I think it all comes down to you have to play like these mind tricks with yourself, you know.
Well, that's the thing too about today's world with like all the influencers and stuff, you know. It's like I feel like the winter time is like the true testament of who is here for a real reason, because you know, people go out in the summertime and they want to show off and like, you know, wear the most revealing stuff. But the winter is almost like the true testament of who's here for a real reason, because, you know, like I said, like you wear baggy clothes, you're not showing off to anybody. You're there for yourself,
Right.
you know, and then the same thing with the running outside. It's like, you know, it's such a weird time right now because we're seeing if people actually do want to feel better or if they don't and they just are there because they only care about looking to appear better. You know, they want everybody to see, oh, I'm here because, you know,
yeah, because
it's
everything
cold and,
everyone does is either on Facebook or Instagram.
Exactly. It's cold and dark outside, but I'm at the gym and I'm wearing all this. And I'm like, you wore that here? I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Like, it's freezing out. And I'm like wearing the clothes that I walked in with. But like, you know, it's the difference between actually, you know, going dark, as they like to say, is like going dark and like putting the phone down, you know, using the cold, dark seasons to actually work on yourself.
Right.
You know, and going, you know, quote
Is that
unquote,
what that means?
Going dark,
Oh.
yeah. You go dark. You put the phone down, you go dark off social media, you know, you just work on yourself.
Well, that's in itself, because I can't imagine how many people skip the gym or skip a workout because they're scrolling on their phone and 2 hours go by.
Yeah.
It happened, especially with all of these accounts and stuff, you know, it's just, I mean, you see it all the time. They're like 2 hours later, they're like still on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the phone is like designed to keep you locked on it because it knows everything that you like. So you scroll one thing and it's like, oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Yeah, but
it's crazy. Think about your time. Like, I mean, think about that.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Like, how long are you? I actually, and it's all ages. I have a client, he's going to be 70, and he's telling me, and I'm like, you're on your phone too much. I said, you should be walking around your office. And he's like, I know, but like if I go on, then it just like, and then he sends me things, and I'm like, no, stop listening to this stuff. Yeah. I'm like, stop listening to this stuff. It's not working. Look, you have to get up off the chair, walk around your office, which is, hey, these are other good tips to do. If you're at work and you miss the gym, walk up and down the stairs in your office, walk around your building, you know, bring like warmer clothes with you. If you take the train, get off at the stop before you'd normally get off and walk. Yeah. You know, just have warmer clothes with you. But there's so many things you can add into your day that is going to keep you motivated to actually even get to the gym. You know, it doesn't have to be, oh, well, I did my walk around the office, so I don't have to go to the gym. No. You know, like, you know, I am constantly saying, like, we are so excited when we do an hour workout a day, but that's not really great if you're sitting the other 23.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So you have to think about that. You know, as you know, we go to Fire Island a lot in the summer, and there's no cars.
Yep.
It's like, so I think Dad loses 10 pounds
I was
every summer.
literally just going to say, I don't think I've ever seen him walk more.
Yeah, it's because he has no choice. You know, there's no Uber, there's no, you know, he has no choice but to walk. And every time, just like we went to Italy, he was like, he lost a person off of him. Yeah. Because that's all you were doing. You were walking.
I remember when you sent me the picture of you guys.
It was so funny, but it's so true. And we don't do that here. Everything's the car. Everything's sitting on your phone. Everything's, you know, you even when you're driving your kids from one place to the next, you're constantly sitting. Your body, I call it a slow death. When you're sitting like that, your body is not moving. It is so unhealthy for you. You have to move more. So if you go to the gym, still go for a walk that day. If you or still walk around your office, just remember there's 24 hours. 1 hour, yes, it's great if you do it, and I don't want to minimize that, but if you can do more, do more. And not more hardcore. Just walk. Just so good for you.
Yep. Yeah. No, and it's like I always tell you about. You know, I love watching everything that's motivational. Like it's like I know. Literally,
I love the
fuel
stuff
to
you
me.
send all the time.
I love like so many different people. Like, but it's funny because the one guy that I love, Goggins, and the one thing that he said that stuck with me forever was like, when he's in the gym and someone asked him like, oh, like how do you stay motivated all the time, like in the gym, like well, like you must listen to some crazy music, right? And he's like no, I don't listen to music while I work out. And they're like, how about when you run? He's like, I don't listen to music while I run either. And they're like, how do you do that? And he goes, well, what are you going to do when the headphones come off? What are you going to do like when you go back to regular life? Are you just going to wear the headphones all day long and listen to music to keep you going? No, you need to get yourself into a permanent mindset of
Motivation.
this is how I am, this is what I'm going to do. And you can't use exterior things to help drive your inner being.
Right.
Like, if you
So
want to
true.
get things done, you have to tell yourself, I'm going to get things done. And just like you said before with the, everything's the car, everybody is too comfortable today. People go home, the fridge is full, the house is heated, the house is warm. In the summertime, the house is cool. Everybody's fine. Everybody's cozy. It's almost a lost art today to, embrace that struggle, like we said. Like,
when it should be the opposite, where we should look and say, we have so much, so why not take care of ourselves so we can be around and enjoy it and really and go and work out and do the right things.
Yeah,
and,
you work so hard your whole life to enjoy and reap the benefits.
Right.
But if you can't actually enjoy them, then, what's the point?
Right.
And yeah, you're right.
I mean, and every study will show you exercise for your body. And again, I'm not talking hardcore. I'm talking just movement.
Walking.
Yep. I mean, you have a heart attack, your doctor says walk every day.
Yep.
I mean, that tells you right there how good it is for you.
Climb a flight of stairs.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, we forget that, like, how much we're actually sitting.
Yep.
Yeah. And how important it is for us to be healthy, because we say it, and again, it's a cliche, but your health is everything. And when you don't have it, it's the everything you're going to wish you had. Nothing else is going to matter.
Yep. And it's sad too, because sometimes it takes people to the extreme to actually realize that too.
If they're lucky. I say that if they're lucky. If you get to the extreme and you have a chance to change it, you're one of the lucky ones, because a lot of people don't.
Yep, a lot of people don't. And we know plenty of people that, for instance, there's someone that lives in our neighborhood that had a heart attack, and to this day, every time that he needs to go and get groceries, I see him with his Walkman on, and he walks 2 miles up the block to Main Street and gets his groceries, just because he's one of the lucky ones, like you said. That
and they told him to walk, and he walks everywhere now. I never see him in a
everywhere.
car.
I don't even think there's a car in his driveway anymore.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. But that's exactly what I mean. Like, because, unfortunately, we hear these things like, okay, if you don't exercise and you're sedentary, you have a higher rate of heart attack. You have a higher rate of cancer. You have a higher rate of so many diabetes, everything.
Yep.
And it still doesn't click until the doctor says you have it.
Yep.
For most people, not everyone. There are, people who really do take it serious.
Yeah.
I take it serious, but only because I come from a family of cancer.
Yeah.
And I think that's even though as scary as that is in my life, it's a benefit to me, because it made me look at, like, okay, I lost, my mother, my sister, my father. And so because of that, it helps me look at things in a different way, where I wouldn't have if that didn't happen, because it doesn't seem real until it happens to you.
Exactly.
Like so many other things.
Exactly. It doesn't seem real until it happens to you. And also there's differences of wake-up calls that people get, whether or not the doctor just straight up tells you, like, oh, your blood sugar's a little low, like, oh, your cholesterol seems to be a little high. Maybe you should start exercising more often. People say, oh, what does he know? And they move off and do whatever they, were doing before.
Or they just take medicine.
And it's a shame, because sometimes it takes the worst wake-up call to actually make a change. But then, like you said, those are the lucky ones that actually live to actually make the change.
Yeah.
And it's I wish that there was almost a way for people to know without having that wake up call.
Right. I think for a lot of people today,
it seems
even
like
if someone
it's one of
told
those
them,
things like where you think, oh, it'll never happen to me.
Yeah.
It'll happen to everybody else, but it'll never happen to me.
Yeah, everyone thinks that. Everyone thinks that deep down.
Oh, for sure.
But I do think when you just said, I wanted to touch on this because I thought it was important. I do think that, I think a big part of what you said before with that guy, what's his name?
On our block?
No, the guy that runs without the
music. Goggins.
Goggins. You shouldn't have to. Like, we're so privileged. So many of us are so privileged
coddled.
be alive and, like, breathe and not have anything. you shouldn't have to have someone tell you. Like you said before, like, I
Yeah.
wish they could just know.
Yeah.
Like, but you shouldn't have to have that. You should look at life and
It should just
appreciate,
be,
like, okay, I appreciate what I'm given. I appreciate what I have. And we all say we do, but you don't if you're smoking. You don't if you're, like, smoking or doing drugs. You don't if you are
hitting the bottle.
hitting the bottle. Or you don't if you're laying on the couch all
Yeah.
night. You
Yeah.
come home from work, you're sitting in an office, you go home, you lay on the couch. Or you go out drinking at the bar all night.
Yeah.
Or there's so many things. But so you can say, like, oh, I really appreciate my life, but that's not really appreciating it. Or maybe you do appreciate it, you're just not taking care of it. And I think that's two different things.
I think it's almost the same thing, really, because if you really appreciate your life, you would do
take care of
everything
it, right?
you could to take care of it.
That's what you would hope, right?
That's what you would hope. But the same thing that you said, like, everybody preaches all the time, I love this life, it's the best, it's the best life, and I love living it, but they do all the wrong things that don't maintain it.
Right.
And
I want to leave with one thought, and I'm leaving this with a positive, not a negative, even though it might sound like a negative. But if you are someone who's listening and you do not take care of yourself, one thing I have learned that is so unfortunate, when something happens to you, everybody lives on. Everybody goes on. It was one of the wake-up calls I had from when my mother passed away. I was like, why is everybody living their life like nothing happened? But they do, because they have no choice.
Yep.
So take care of yourself so you can be here living with everyone else. You have the opportunity to take care of yourself every day. Do the right things. It's going to make a difference in your future, in your children's future, in, everything.
Yep.
So that's it. That's all I got. All right. So thank you so much for listening today.
Thank you so much for listening today. And always remember, everyone is always free and welcome to stop in at Innovation at 8025 Jericho Turnpike in Woodbury, New York. Or you can visit our website at innovationhealthymarket.com. Or you can call 516-802-5055. We are open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 3. You're always welcome to come in and shop, and we're always there to help you with your shopping, your orders, or weight loss needs, or any questions that you have in general. When you come in, make sure to ask for me. My name is Jake. I will be happy to show you around the store, or if you are looking for a one-on-one plan, I can make your first free consultation appointment with Josephine.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great day.